It's gonna send a notification to everybody that we're going live.
Why not?
Let me know if you get it. Are you subscribed on my Instagram? I don't know why he's looking around like that.
You say?
The gimbal was just looking around for no reason. Alright. Oh, we're live already. Oh wow. I didn't know I hit the live. I didn't know I hit the begin live already. So we're already live.
Okay.
Welcome to the Flyed on the Wall podcast. Allow me to introduce myself again for those who are just joining us. My name is the Honorable Prince Dr. Chukwuemeka Edward Atede, Anyawuna Waro Hawan of Abugo. Your friends, my friends, they call me Eddy4ShoT's. And I'm live here with my very good friend and old friend. I will let him do his own introduction. So please, if you can, sir, tell us who you are and what you're doing on the Flyed on the Wall podcast.
It's your boy, micheal, oshodi, aka superstar skipolala.
Hey, superstar skipolala.
We've been friends for like since 2002, I guess. You came into Grace 2002, right?
2002, yes.
Yes. So we've been friends since
2003.
So yeah. So that long though, it's not something you can just buy like that.
It's not price. You can't find that in the market. No, it's not. It's priceless.
You can't buy that longevity.
Yes. So welcome to the Flyed on the Wall podcast. Today,
I'm into digital marketing. Can you hear me?
I can hear you clearly. Please go right ahead. Don't let me stop you.
So I'm into digital marketing and sales. So exactly, that's how we survive here in the Lungu, the jungles of Nigeria.
Lungu, yes. So sorry, forgive me. What I'm trying to do here, because I can think someone is trying to chat with us on live. Someone sent a heart to us, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit that. All right. I'll say hello to those people that are joining us live on Instagram, joining us live on Facebook, joining us live on all the places that they are joining us live on. We really appreciate you guys for joining us. Skipo, tell us more about this topic that you brought for us today. You brought a very interesting topic to the Flyed on the Wall podcast, I must say. You said that you want to talk about marriage and relationships and friendships.
Yes, marriage and friendship. Yeah, I thought of that now. It's going to be a mouthful for us today, for us to dive into this topic.
We do mouthfuls all the time.
Yeah, so because if you think about it, that's like the primary core of our lives, having friends and getting involved with one or more women that we use to repopulate the earth. Not like we both assist each other. We assist humanity to repopulate the earth and keep ourselves in peace and united. You get so. That's I think is a great topic for us to talk about, and usually there tend to be a lot of headaches, hiccups, and miscarriages in this sector of human relations. You get?
Yes, indeed.
So I think I just want us to talk about the things that affect and the things that can help, bolster our relationships in marriage and in friendship. This is a twin warrior topic, if you get it.
Twin warrior topic.
The marriage part is more like friendship, only there's mandatory sex and then there's mandatory offsprings from that friendship. And it's also similar to friendship as well. You can meet someone that's going to link you to a whole network that is going to change your life completely. So
wonderful.
This is something very, very, it's very thick when it comes to the content that we can derive from it. But primarily, we're just trying to talk about something that would, encourage, reinforce these sectors of humanity, marriage and friendship. This is what we want to talk about, bro.
All right, marriage and friendship. This is what we want to talk about. Marriage and friendship, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm very glad that Oshodi is here with us to talk about this interesting topic. Marriage and friendship is deeply interwoven with each other, because most people say, I want you want to marry your friend, you want to marry somebody that you know, right? Most people say, most people say, oh yes, if you marry your friend, you stay longer with the person. If you marry someone that is not your friend, you are more likely to not stay long with the person. So marriage and friendship are interwoven. At the same time, they are different, right? You cannot have someone that is in a marriage be friendship with someone else, right? There's a way women will say, oh, I'm married to you, why are you still friends with this person? Not even women alone. A man will say this thing, you're a married woman, why are you hanging out with your friends too much? So this topic is truly a very, very great one. It will span multiple I hope it spans multiple episodes, because this kind of topic is the one we want people to say,
Yeah, of course, we are going to have a sequel to it by the grace of God and more, where, we would like to hear some very, very wicked analysts, the female gender particularly. We want to hear from the girls.
From the girls. So, speaking of girls, I can actually send this. I don't know how they'll be able to join us in the same event, but it would have been nice.
Feel free.
Let me see if I can send a link to somebody, because I know somebody wants to join us in this.
Probably, even if you can get someone who's married.
Yeah.
That's a little better.
Someone who's married that can join us. Lisa. Okay, let me see. If I send her this link, will she be able to join us? But the thing is, I had to quit that one link that I was on before, right? That's the thing. So what do I do now? How do I set this up? Troubleshooting in real time is very tricky. Okay, let's try. Let me go here to Google. This is tricky. Okay, I will have to send the links. Okay, let me use WhatsApp. Why about that? Yes, let's use WhatsApp.
Or while we're at it, we can as well start with friendship.
Yes, please go right ahead.
What's friendship? Friendship is me and you right now. We're okay. Let's say we are not best of friends. Like, without hearing my voice in, let's say, a week, you feel like a nigga is missing in the dialogue. You understand that kind of thing? But there's a lot of mutual respect where we know that, okay, if there's anything we could need from each other, from our positioning or the geographic position, you understand? We can always reach out to each other. And then there's a friend that expects something from, and you expect something from, or it could be a monthly basis, it could be because of business, but more so there's that kind of friendship where you just, you feel it's second to nature to always hear that voice. Yeah, you have friends like that, and it's usually not encouraged, and it's not even popular.
Let's see.
It's not popular, you understand? It's not popular because, there's a lot of mistrust out there, but yet it is something that is encouraged because, when you have a friend, nobody wants to live life with all the secrecy and aloneness. It's different when you are lonely. When you are lonely, it means you're short of friends.
So I added.
You understand? When you're lonely, it means you're short of a companion or someone you can talk to.
Okay.
But when you're alone, it means you are single. And that's not always a good thing. Even if you're alone spiritually, you still need the spiritual entities to be able to, tell you things, give you information, and you don't feel like you're going crazy. If it's someone who is crazy, even crazy people, they are not usually alone. They usually have demons tormenting them. You understand that kind of thing?
I guess.
So something has to occupy that space, that void, It could be positive thoughts, it could be negative thoughts, but then we don't strongholds and entities.
Hey, so we have our first guest joining us. Good afternoon, Lisa. Thank you for joining us on the Flight on the
Hello.
Wall podcast. Sorry, I just sprung this up on you, but this was the perfect topic. I'm terribly sorry I sprung this up on you, but
Hey,
I
I
just
hope
wanted
you're
just
not
5 minutes of your time. Just
inconveniencing anyone.
yes, 5 minutes of your time to just give us an answer on this topic. The topic is on marriage and friendship. I just want your 5 minutes quick thought on it, and then you can go back to your daily life.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, please tell us about yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us what you think about marriage and friendship.
So, but what is the question about marriage and friendship?
No,
Is there a
just
question?
no, just on the topic marriage and friendship. What does marriage and friendship mean to you? Does it mean marriage and friendship is a good thing? Does marriage and friendship mean a bad thing? Does marriage and friendship mean both? Does marriage and friendship mean
So are
something?
you saying like, are you saying that people that are married should be friends with each other? Is that the question you're asking?
It could be
Like,
for you,
what-
but
what
how
does
do
it
you?
mean to you?
What does it mean to you? That question. Marriage and
Marriage
friend.
and
When someone
friendship.
says marriage and friendship, what comes to your mind?
Two things. One is marriage and friendship, meaning like who you marry should be your friend first,
Okay.
because marriage is hard, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you navigate a lot of different obstacles, and the best way to navigate those obstacles with someone, you have to be friends with them. Love is amazing, love is good, but friendship should be the foundation next to Christ of anybody's marriage. And then the other thing that comes to mind is marriage and friendship boundaries, in the sense that, you know, married people, you have your friends, you know, but also you have to create boundaries around your marriage when it comes to your friends as well. You can't really invite them in so many different, you know, conversations and topics, because people are biased, you know. So when it comes to friends in a marriage, you have your friends, but you still have those healthy boundaries to kind of protect your marriage. So
See.
that's what comes to mind with both things.
Nice, excellent. Thank you so much for that. That is wonderful. Michael, what do you think about that answer?
Yes, she's absolutely right. Yes, there always has to be a boundary, because you know marriage is like the next level. It's like the ultimate level of friendship, because you know it generates family. If you have a best friend, you wouldn't have a problem if you had a daughter that wants to marry his son. You know, marriage actually extends friendship. Yeah, and it encourages it as well, and vice versa. So
Thank you so
they are
much.
both very, very great institutions for humanity, if you ask me.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Michael. I appreciate you, Lisa, for that wonderful addition to our
Yeah,
podcast.
well, likewise.
I don't want to take too much of your time. I know you're very busy, and the boys are already yelling back there. I can hear them. How is everybody doing? Say hi to them for me.
I will.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. I appreciate you. Have a great day.
You too.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.
Yeah, so I'm very glad Lisa was able to join us. So her own input was very valid. She's married to a very good friend of her, and they have three triplets together on their first
Wow.
baby. Yeah, so it's a really big of a blessing for her to join us on the podcast and actually give one or two topics of her very busy
she made
life.
a point there. The boundaries are very important, you know. But that's the line. The boundary is the line between friendship and marriage. You know, when you marry your friend, you still have to draw the line where you need to understand that you're married.
Yep.
Because sometimes the wrong part about marriage sometimes is that you usually think you're friends with your husband, and that may be true, but that is not the game you are currently playing.
That's true. That's very
You're
true.
no longer playing friends. You're playing marriage. But y'all should be friends, yes. So it could be tricky, unnecessarily though, because it takes understanding for you to venture into marriage. You need to understand it. But very, very commonly, people don't understand marriage, and they tend to think it's about. They tend to prioritize the friendship part of it, not knowing that that's like. You can say friendship is like the creech level, of that institution, and the marriage is like the higher institution, the university, the college level of that friendship you're talking about. Because now you're not talking of disloyalty. Even divorce by God's design is not even an option for that friendship.
Is that why the term "till death do us part" does that also apply to friendships?
You say come again?
You know what they say, like "till death do us part" in the vows, right? Does that also apply to friendship?
Of course, till death do you part in friendship. It's just that it's like an unspoken rule.
So that's why if you are no longer friends with the person is kind of dead to you.
The same issues that break friendship are the same issues that break marriages. Because usually it's an interaction. You expect something from someone, that person is not delivering, and they are not willing to compromise on what they should be delivering. And then you decide, okay, you're content with that. You don't want to have to deal with that, and then you try to, break the ties. Could be friendship, could be marriage. You just have to satisfy what you guys, each other, are bringing to that conversation, that union. You have to continue to invest into it. That's the truth about it.
Okay.
Because if you don't invest in it, it will seem like one person is just adding. One person is just being there, and it's not going to work. It takes two to tango.
That is very true.
That's just the simple truth.
That's very true.
It takes two to tango.
That's very true. All right. I do appreciate you.
If you check in a family setting, if the parents are doing well and the kids are turning rogue, it's still going to affect marriage. It's still going to have. There's no way it's not going to affect, because they are part of the unit of that family, generated by that marriage.
Very factual words. Very factual words. I do want to digress a little bit from the topic. It's a bit very, very formal, very stoic. We want to digress a bit and expand our knowledge on the things that we don't know. You may know something, I may know something. You may know something that I don't know. I may know something that you don't know. You may know something that we both know, and we both may know something that somebody else don't know. So that's the cool part about learning things and knowledge. So speaking about knowledge and learning things about someone, tell us about your family. You are Micheal Oshodi, right? AKA skipolala. You are an entrepreneur, and you are you are vastly knowledgeable in a number of very niche expertise needed things.
The David Kruger of all trading.
David Kruger of all trading. I like that saying.
I kind of have an idea of things, Usually knowledge interests me. I'm fascinated by the world. I'm fascinated by God. I love God. I'm not perfect yet.
The concept, you like God. We delved on this topic a few episodes back, where we delved on the idea of God and things like that. You say you love God, right? Let me just use this opportunity to pull that topic back. I think it was on spirituality. Since you touched on you loving God, I want to ask you, what does the idea of God mean to you?
The idea of God is an healthy state of mind. It means your brain could actually calculate a lot into reality, because if you check the creation, there's an evidence of creation. There's no coincidence to things. There's a balance in life. Life is all about balance. I can say things here that will throw people into a tantrum, such as the shape of the earth. And let's not go there. You can say a lot about that. We can digress to infinity, which is unnecessary at this point. But with all beliefs you want to settle for, I feel right now, I would say I feel it's a healthy state of mind that will bring you to a place where you accept that God is. though we don't see, there are a lot of things we don't see that hold power. There are a lot of things we don't see that hold power. There are a lot of things we can't observe with the optical eye that hold a lot of capacity, such as data. You know, how can the way me and you are looking at each other right now, you know, this has always been in the subconscious of human capacity to create. I don't know. Let me balance. Let me get down with what I'm trying to say to you. Like we are viewing ourselves right now remotely. A lot of data is being transferred from me to you. I can break your heart from Nigeria right now. I can cause you to feel depressed.
All the way
If
from
I had
Nigeria.
capacity, I could hypnotize you with data, and you find yourself in a position where you can be uplifted or downtrodden. And that makes us ask, what really is matter? What is the matter then? What is matter itself? Matter is emotions, matter is energy. And how you feel about it is where you direct yourself to. You could end up destroying yourself. You could end up being an even greater version of yourself. And where do you balance? Where do you say is who is gaining for all that event that took place? It's you and me. Okay, do we just assume that what we are doing right now, this conversation, is useless?
I don't think so.
A lot of people will say that those are people that are not mentally healthy to calculate the right things. That's the same way you have to reason God into your equation of balance, because He is the one that has given everything reason to be.
Purpose, so to speak.
We are having this conversation now. It could as well be useless. I don't know if you can draw the correlation of sense that is quite deep and shallow at the same time.
I can draw a little bit of sense from what you said.
Yeah, because
when you say that our conversation could be meaningful and at the same time useless, I'll give an example, right? We are here having this conversation right now, right? We are talking on a topic that, at least 50% or maybe up more than, maybe decreasing, maybe more of the world understand, right? Is either marriage or friendship, and then we've coined it into a topic from the past about God that some people have an even bigger understanding about or less understanding about, you understand? So the spectrum kind of moves to the edges of the graph, and at the same time the conversation we're having over the phone could be totally worthless because halfway around the world some scientist is developing the next pandemic, for example, you understand, or some, not scientist, I won't say scientist, some guy, some bad guy who doesn't know what he's doing is mixing some chemicals together, so
there's always,
and at the same time,
that fact, there's always a creation, and the creation bears its reason for existence. So it takes a healthy mind, a functioning mind in its right state to actually be able to see God and give God his credit that God, you are God. This is not nonsense. This is full sense, complete sense. I should exist. I'm existing for a purpose. And I know this fact that yes, there is a great beyond, because life itself is a mystery. And as much as it's a mystery, we've seen mysteries that have unfolded, and we know the reasons why these things come to be. Yeah. So the same way this world is a mystery of existence, we've seen enough, and we will still see more that points towards the number one, the creator that put everything in existence for us to experience. That's just it. It's not an easy explanation, but for anyone that is actually looking for these answers, the answers are there. For every watch, there's a watchmaker. That's how it is. You can't take God out of the equation. You can't. There's no way you always have to find yourself back to that spot. You know, that's just how it is.
I like
That's
that.
just how it is.
That's deep. That's very
Yeah.
deep and impactful, especially
It's
for
very
the
deep.
the
But
kind of
easy too if you can just, stay healthy mentally.
all right. So in that
Yeah,
sense, let's
smoke the
let's
right
let's
kush.
go with that sense of knowledge you're going with, right? You understand God as this calculating being who understands the universe as both present, past, future, and all in between. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, and at the same time, he governs the motions of the planet. He powers the nuclear fusion in stars, and he gives birth to life within us to keep us motivated, to keep ourselves moving and trudging.
You know?
We are a very unique being that we are able to comprehend the universe. And when I can say that our conversation could be very impactful, right? We could be reaching a lot of lives. We could be talking to a lot of people, and people could be liking and subscribing, things like that. But at the same time, maybe there's an asteroid hurtling towards Earth now, and maybe in the next 10,000 years, this whole Earth will be obliterated, and nothing else will remain of this conversation we ever had, and the universe will continue moving as if nothing changed, and we are so infinitesimally small. We are the same comparison. Like if you were to compare us to a bacteria, the way you need a magnifying glass to sorry about that
Yeah.
to see a bacteria, we are almost the same in reference to the largest structures in the universe, even smaller to the much larger structures in the universe. So yes,
Yeah.
your topic, it really is impactful. It really touched me deeply because marriage and friendship is really something that I've been dabbling around, because I have friends that are married, I have friends that are friends, I have both that are friends with that are in marriage, I have friends, people that are enemies that are in marriage, so I have a diverse spectrum of people who I can call upon and just ask maybe one or two things like, hey, give me an insight in this, give me an insight in that. And I'm very glad one of them could join us on the show today, Lisa. So please, Michael, if you would like to say one or two things about yourself, tell us what it is that you do, what it is that people can reach out to you, maybe on your social media or something. Then this is an opportunity to tell people about that, please.
Okay. Well, right now, I'm blessed. Let me start by saying that I'm blessed. I'm a child of God, a servant of Jesus Christ. I believe in Jesus Christ.
Oh, you're a Christian?
Yeah, I'm a Christian.
Were you always a
Say that-
Christian?
Yeah, I've always been a Christian from birth. My name is Micheal.
Okay.
I have a Christian name. So, grateful to God for that. Though my dad was a converted Christian, a converted Muslim rather.
Okay.
His dad was a Muslim, and then he found Jesus, and I also personally found Jesus.
Okay.
That's the topic though. Anybody that wants to have that conversation can hit me up privately if they are watching. So, I'm grateful to God. I'm grateful to God for many things. I'm in Nigeria. That's a whole other topic.
Oh wow.
We have a wonderful daddy for a president that makes a lot of people cross the country. But then, we're alive, and God has said He's going to stick with us, and we are sticking to God. So I'm into, what do I do for business? I'm into digital marketing right now. I'm trying to upscale my business to get it more integrated into AI and things that I can use to scale up in profits. Yeah, though it's not been as easy as it is. Nothing is that easy in Nigeria,
That's
I guess.
true.
But we're holding up. We're holding up.
I'm glad
We
to
have
hear that.
clothes to wear. We have a roof over our head. And yeah, we still have someone who claims they love us. Yeah, and we do our best to reciprocate.
You're
Speaking of
funny.
marriage. So it's very, very good to experience life, and we hope for the best, yeah, to help humanity go forward.
Yes, indeed.
That's basically me. I mean, peacemaker. I don't like koala. I despise bullies. I despise bullies. I do not want any unpatronized commotion.
That's we have a guest that joined us actually live, but the person is listening in. I would love if they could join us on the conversation. Let me see if I can add them. His name is.
I hope my voice is clear enough, though.
Right now, your voice is clear enough on this call, so I think we shouldn't have any issues. So I'm going to add the gentleman to the conversation. He knows you actually, which is very interesting. So
Okay, I think I saw Fabian.
yes, you know him. Okay, you know him. Yeah. Yeah. So Fabian is joining us on the topic. Maybe he'll give a couple things. Me and Fabian are supposed to have podcasts together, but Fabian is always late, and we never have an opportunity to get a good podcast in. But maybe perhaps today he will join us, and then we'll have a good one going forward. Yes. Hopefully he will join. I've sent him the link. Hopefully, why is he not picking up? Fabian, let's ring him. All right, pick up your phone, Fabian. If you're joining us, come join us on the Flight on the Wall podcast. This is the Eddy4ShoT's Flight on the Wall podcast. We really appreciate everybody who is joining us and having this conversation with us. And this is my very good friend micheal, oshodi, and he joined us on this podcast today on Saturday. Today is the 17th of August. For those who don't know, who are just waking up, I do appreciate you guys. Normally I have this podcast, 10 to about 12, and today is a little bit on the short side. I apologize for all those who are not able to see and hear us properly. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Let's see. Why is this guy he's not able to join us? I guess maybe his network is not permitting him, but that's another thing we can do another day. We had a maximum view of about that's a lot of people. Well, this is good, Oshodi. I really appreciate you. I'm going to cut this podcast here so we can come back to it another time. Does that sound good to you?
Yeah, of course, we're good. I hope we were able to touch some points.
Yes.
Do more later as well.
Yes, please. I don't want to take too much of your time. I do appreciate your time. Next time we will do a more in-depth topic. But before we go, we like to play a game on this show. It's for, I think most people that are recurring viewers will know this. If you've heard this joke before, please go ahead and let me know. I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions. The questions are all connected. Okay, so just pay attention. All these questions are connected. All right.
All right.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Okay. How do you put an elephant into a fridge?
How do I put an elephant into a fridge?
Okay, hold that thought before you answer that. If you have 600 coconuts on a plane and one of them falls down, how many coconuts do you have left on that plane?
If I have 600 coconuts on the plane and one drops off, how many do I have left? 599.
Okay. I like the way you think. Well, that answer would be correct if coconuts were allowed on planes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good job.
If they were allowed, right?
Yeah, if they were allowed to be correct. Okay. All right, good.
Allowed on private jets?
Well, you have to have them on cargo planes or something, or in like a very special containment. So if you are going to put in a containment, they are not going to fall down, right?
I guess.
Okay. So, ready? Next question. How do you put an elephant into a fridge?
How do I put an elephant into a fridge? Wow. I guess that fridge has to be a big ass fridge.
Okay. Yeah, okay, that's good. There's very few people that can name that. Yes. Your fridge has to be big, of course.
Yeah. So I guess that's that.
Okay. But you've not answered how you put the elephant in the fridge.
How do I put it? I get it in the fridge and I think they're scared of mice. Put it behind him and like, hey, that's the only safe place for you to be at this point.
You open the fridge and you run into the tire, you close it, right? I like the way your brain works. It's funny. Okay. Yeah, so you open the fridge, you close. The answer is you open the fridge, you put the elephant in, and you close the fridge. I didn't ask how big the elephant is. I didn't ask if it's a real elephant. Could be a cake made like an elephant. Could be elephant pie or anything, It could be elephant shepherd pie. Yeah, so yeah. So this allows me to see the amount, or like how impressive your imagination is. Okay. All right. Next question. How do you put a giraffe into that fridge?
A giraffe into the same fridge. You drive the same way now. You put the giraffe in the fridge, in the big ass fridge. The big ass fridge.
The big ass fridge is a very big fridge. You can fit an elephant and a giraffe. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so the big fridge is a good idea because I think NASA has a fridge that's big enough to contain an elephant and a giraffe at the same time. That's why
just like Noah's Ark, but it's going to be Noah's fridge.
Noah's fridge. Okay, I like the way you think. Good job. All right, next question. There's a known lake of crocodiles. Oh, before that, the king of the jungle is calling a meeting. He wants all the animals to come to that meeting. Which animal, no matter what he tries, can never come to that meeting?
Which animal would never come to that meeting?
Yes, no matter what he tries.
The whale.
The whale?
Yeah.
Well, they could have it on an island and a whale could swim up to the beach itself, but
Well, I doubt that because it will need like the whole ocean to be in the jungle. I don't know.
I guess.
Which animal would not come?
Yes.
Which animal could come? You mosquitoes will be present, I guess. Yeah?
Yes. All animals.
Which animal would not come?
Which animal will not come?
Wow. It's sad to say maybe I failed on the question.
It gives me an insight to your mind. It's a good thing. Yes. Have you given up on this one?
I'll say which animal? I'll say it will.
A whale, that's your answer? Final answer?
It will not come.
Okay, so you said whale, ladies and gentlemen. Well, the answer to this question is actually the giraffe and the elephant you put in the fridge.
Wow. You gave me the hints from the beginning.
I did. They are connected. Yeah, okay. All right. All right, next question. There is a known lake of crocodiles, yes, and a hunter wants to go hunting. How will he get across the lake on that day?
Well, how will you get across the lake?
On that day.
Are there boats available?
Perhaps.
I guess you'd use a boat then. Because that's what people do. You have crocodiles everywhere across lakes.
The network is season or not.
Just curious to find out this answer right now.
Come again.
I'm curious to find out the answer.
The answer now? Okay, that's good. I'm very glad that you are curious to find out this answer, right? Because if you listen to the question, yes, there's a known lake of crocodiles, right? And the hunter needs...
A known lake.
Yeah, they know people. The people know that there is crocodiles in that lake. A known lake of crocodiles. Yes, yeah. So, how will you get across on that day? The answer to this question is, and you said that they will use a boat, right? Well, yeah. My answer will be almost the same. It doesn't matter what he chooses to use to cross the lake. he can cross it
Why not
because,
crosses it?
do you know why?
Why?
Because all the crocodiles will be at the meeting.
The meeting.
You see? Because the king of the jungle called the meeting. Yeah?
This is a crazy stupid joke. Well, it's good though.
It's a good one, right? It's a good one, yes. So,
Yeah.
here's another one of the final.
Yes, bro. What's up with you?
Yeah, the final question. Okay?
Alright.
The hunter decided to use a boat to cross the lake, but he still died. What killed him?
Wow. But he still died. How did he die?
Yes, what killed
He
him?
just died.
Yeah, what killed him? Yeah, a detective at the scene. What killed him? You've been connecting all these questions together, right? So now, what killed him?
What was the question? The hunter happens to cross
The hunter decided to use a boat to cross the lake, right? You said boat, right? That was you. Yeah? We say he used the boat to cross the lake, but he still
What?
died. He
the.
died.
Who invited them to the party?
The king of the jungle invited them to the party. It's a
Who
meeting.
is the king of the jungle?
That's a good question. Who is the king of the jungle in your book? Because a good question would be for. I think this would be a good question for the commenters to write. Who is the king of the jungle? Please leave us a comment and let us know what you guys like.
King of the jungle now.
Who is the king of the jungle? Is it what? Let us know.
Is it the hunter's wife?
The hunter's wife? Okay. The hunter's wife is the king of the jungle. Okay. I like where you're thinking. Yes. The hunter's wife. No, it's not the hunter's wife. Okay. Do you want to know the answer to this?
I want to.
All right. The answer to this question is yes. The coconut that fell from the plane.
Wow. Wow. This is epic madness. This is epic. A movie out of this for Netflix. I'm telling you.
Oh
Did you
my
come up
God.
with this? Or you saw it on Google?
I pieced it together myself. A few of them I picked up from
terrible.
friends. Yes, and I learned from a book.
It's
It's terrible.
I'm telling
It's to make you. It doesn't matter what. It's to make people laugh. It's to make people think. And it's to make people have fun. That's what I care about.
Wow. It's alright. It's alright.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, Michael Oshodi, for joining us on the FlyEd on the Wall podcast. I've taken so much of your time already. I really appreciate you for joining us. The final question before I go: what was the first question I asked you on this podcast?
The first question you asked me. The first question from these
Yes.
questions now.
No. From the entire podcast.
From the entire postcard. You asked me if I was ready.
Okay. I asked you, how are you?
That's what you asked.
No, I asked you, how are you?
How I am.
Yes. How are
How
you?
are you?
Tell us, how are you?
You're terrible.
How are you? Tell us how you are, Michael. You started this podcast, you said you are fine. Tell us how you are now at the end of the podcast.
We have to reverse.
No problem. Thank you so much for joining us, man. It's been an honor and I appreciate you. Have a great day, sire. Thank you. Nice one. That was a nice one.